friction. As I already said that the definition for friction, friction is always opposite the relative motion, right? So this friction is classified into three types: static friction, dynamic friction, it is also called as kinetic, and rolling friction. FR, FK, FS. Static, dynamic, and rolling friction. So by the name itself, you can easily identify in which case which friction is active. Static, whenever the body is in rest, right, then the static friction acts. So here in this case, the resistance encountered by a body in the rest position, in the rest condition, right, while it is tending to move, then the action of an external force is nothing but a static friction. So that means while the body is in rest position, right, if you want to move that body from rest to motion, then the static friction comes to play, right? So up to overcome the weight of the body, let's say that the weight of the body is 80 kg. We are applying the force on this body. If we want to move this body from rest to motion, the body will not move until and unless our applied force should be greater than 80 kg. Okay, so here the applied force is, whenever the applied force is less than that 80 kg of the mass, right, the body opposes our applied force. That opposing force is nothing but friction. In this case, the friction is static friction, right? So if we apply nearly 80 kg of mass, of force, right? So here I am saying that 80 kg is a mass, and it is also saying that force. Mass nothing but, weight is nothing but mass into gravity. If you multiply with gravity, you will get the weight. Weight is nothing but force. So here I am saying that 80 kg as a weight and mass both, but you should conclude that it is the weight. So if you apply the force which is greater than, which is equal to 80 kg, the body is ready to move. The body will not move, but it is ready to move. So if we increase the force which is greater than, slightly greater than 80 kg, then the body starts moving, and in this case the maximum value of this static friction, maximum value, if we cross that maximum value, then the body comes to motion. So that the maximum value of static friction, the maximum value of static friction is nothing but limiting friction. So the maximum value is its limiting value. The maximum value of static friction is its limit. So here the limit is 80 kg or 80 newtons, right? So the maximum value is 80 in this case, in this example. So this maximum value of the static friction is nothing but limiting friction, right? So coming to this dynamic or kinetic. So whenever the body is in motion, here in this case the motion is sliding motion. The body should slide. Whenever the body slides, then the dynamic friction or the kinetic friction comes to the action, right? So if we can say that the force is applied, and the applied force required to keep the body moving in the uniform velocity under the friction is numerically is equal to the kinetic friction. And that means if we apply some amount of force on the body, right, then the body moves. If the force is less than its weight, then the body will not move. In this case, the static friction act comes to play. So whenever if we apply some more force than the limiting friction, then the body comes to the play. So in this case, that kinetic friction comes to the action, right? Next one is rolling. So whenever the rolling body, that means whenever a body rolls on a surface, then the rolling friction comes to the plane. If a body slides, kinetic friction. If a body rolls, rolling friction. But these two are same. Whenever the body is in motion, then the kinetic friction comes to the plane. These two are nothing but kinetic. But again, the kinetic is classified to dynamic and rolling. Dynamic is also nothing but kinetic. But here, my intention is both conditions are in motion. If your body slides, then that is dynamic or kinetic. If your body rolls, that is rolling friction. Okay. So, while the body is rolling, small amount of deformation between the two surfaces acts. Deformation, that means changing in shape. Changing in shape. Right? At the place of contact, small amount of deformation occurs. Okay, right. So while compare these three frictions, which friction is greater and which friction is lower? So by clearly we can say that static friction is greater than kinetic friction is greater than rolling friction, because of initially the body is in rest, so to move the body you should apply more amount of force. So if you are applying more amount of force, because of due to more amount of static friction than the kinetic friction, than the rolling friction. So in these three cases, when a body is in roller shape, you can move that body easily than other shaped bodies. So that's why the rolling friction is always lesser than the two frictions. It is, if you write in ascending order, that means small to lower, rolling friction is lesser than, kinetic friction is lesser than static friction. Clear? Next. Calculation of different types of frictions. Friction. We can measure the friction force. Remember that as the weight of the body increases, the normal force is also increases. Right? So as the weight increases, we have to apply more amount of force on this body to move that body. So as the weight increases, the applied force should also increases, right? So this applied force is equal to frictional force, because of friction is directly proportional to that normal force. Since normal force and weight are equal and opposite in direction, since weight increases, the applied force should also increase, right? When the body is in a rest position, right? So from this we can say that the friction force is directly proportional to the normal reaction, because as the weight increases, we have to apply more amount of force. Why we are applying more amount of force? Because of its frictional force increases. Its frictional force increases due to this increasing in weight. Since weight and normal reaction both are equal but in opposite direction, so we are saying that F is directly proportional to normal reaction, right? So here I am replacing this directly proportionality and placing a constant. Here F is equal to mu into N. N is equal to R. N and R both are same. Sometimes we may represent with N or sometimes we may represent with R. Okay. So here mu is called coefficient of friction. coefficient of friction, where mu is the coefficient of friction. So F is equal to mu into n. If we need the coefficient of friction of any body, so F mu is equal to friction force by normal force. Friction force by normal force. Right? So it is the ratio of. So what is F? F is nothing but here. F is nothing but force. Of course, it is a friction force, but it is a type of force. So let's write M. A. M means normal force. Normal force is nothing but weight of the body. Weight formula is mg. Since A and G both are same, A is acceleration, G is also nothing but acceleration, but it is due to gravity. So both will get cancelled. It has no units. It has no units. So mu has no units. Mu has no units. Right? So this coefficient of friction has no units. Right? When if in this case, if normal reaction is equal to 1, if normal reaction is equal to 1 and is equal to 1, then F is equal to mu. Then friction force is equal to coefficient of friction. Friction force is equal to coefficient of friction. Right? Then what are the factors affects the mu? Factors affecting mu. Mu is nothing but coefficient of friction. So coefficient of friction depends upon nature of the material. That means type of the material. Right? Nature of the material. Second one, condition of the surface. That means rough or smooth. So nature of the material in the sense like other different types of materials, steel, rubber, iron, plastic, right? So that is comes under nature of material. Condition of the material in the sense either rough surface or smooth surface, and other variables like temperature, etc. Temperature, right? On these three factors, the coefficient of friction depends. Clear? Right. And next one. So as I already previously said that the three different types of frictions are static friction, kinetic, and rolling. Static friction is denoted by Fs, kinetic Fk, rolling Fr. So by the formula F is directly proportional to R and F is equal to mu R. R and N both are same. So based upon this, Fs is directly proportional to R. Fs is equal to mu into R. Mu is equal to Fs by R. Static frictional force by normal reaction. Same in other three cases. Fk is directly proportional to normal reaction. Fk is equal to mu into normal reaction. Mu is equal to Fk by R. Same. Fr is directly proportional to normal reaction. Fr is equal to mu into normal reaction. Mu is equal to Fr by normal reaction. So all these three we can get by this formula. F is directly proportional to normal reaction. So F is equal to mu r. So that finally mu is equal to F by r. So this is common for all the three cases, but the friction force depends upon different types of friction. Fs by r, Fk by r, Fr by r. R, K and S are different types of frictions, but F is nothing but friction force. Clear? So let's check the problem based upon this. The friction force topic is completed. So let's check the problems. First problem. A body of weight 15 newtons. Body of weight 15 newtons. Okay. Is placed on a smooth surface. The force required to move the body on the surface is 30 newtons. F is equal to 30 newtons. The body is placed on a smooth surface. So the weight of the body is 15 newtons. To move the body, you should require 30 newtons. Right? So what is the coefficient of friction? What is the coefficient of friction? So mu is equal to how much? Here. So by the formula, F is equal to mu r. Mu is equal to F by r. Friction force by. Here the friction force is static friction. Friction force is static friction because the body is on the smooth surface. It is not in motion. Here. So here weight of the body is 15 newtons. What about the normal reaction? R is also 15 newtons. So that is equal to friction force is 30 newtons by normal reaction is 50. Right? So 0 0 gets cancelled. 3 by 5 that is 0.6. That is the answer. Here. Next problem. A body of mass 40 kg, mass is equal to 40 kg, is placed on a horizontal surface whose coefficient of friction is, that is mu is equal to 0.5. Okay. The friction force acting on it is, we have to calculate the friction force. Take G is equal to 10 meter per second square. We have to calculate the friction force. So friction force is equal to how much? By the formula F is equal to mu r. F is equal to mu r, and by r is equal to, what is r? R is nothing but weight. Weight is equal to formula mg. So that applies. Friction force is equal to mu into r value is mg. Mu 0.5, mass 40, g value 10. So calculate the friction force. So friction force is 0.5 into 10, 5 into 40, 200 newtons. 200 newtons. That is the answer. Here. Next.
Here given F is equal to 20 kg weight and weight of the body is equal to 50 kg weight. So here we have to find out coefficient of friction mu. So by the formula F is equal to mu into r, mu is equal to F by r. Here F is nothing but static friction, Fs by r. So that is equal to 20 by 50, that is equal to 0.4. That is the answer.
A body of mass 10 kg, body of mass 10 kg is on a rough horizontal surface. If the coefficient of kinetic friction between the surfaces in contact is 0.3, coefficient of kinetic friction is 0.3. Take G is equal to 9.8. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Find the frictional force between the two surfaces. Frictional force is equal to frictional force formula mu into R. Mu into R value is mg. So mu 0.3 into m 10 into G value 9.8. Right? So the value is 3 into 9.8, 29.4 Newton. A horizontal force of 4 root 3. A horizontal force of 4 root 3. Force is equal to 4 root 3 kg weight. 4 root 3 kg weight is the horizontal force. Is just sufficient to pull a body of 8 kg weight. Weight is equal to 8 kg weight. So to pull the 8 kg weight of a body, the force required is 4 root 3 kg weight on a horizontal surface. Then find out the coefficient of friction. Find out the coefficient of friction. Right? So by the formula F is equal to mu into R, we need mu is equal to F by R. F is 4 root 3 kg weight by R is nothing but weight of the body, 8 kg weight. So kg weight 4 1 4 2. So that is equal to root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2. That is the answer. Given force is 20 newtons, mass is 2 kg, and the body is at rest position and it is placed on a horizontal surface. The force of 20 newtons is applied, mass is 2 kg, okay, and the body travels for 5 seconds. Given u coefficient of friction is 0.5, take G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So first of all, you have to find out frictional force by applying F is equal to mu into N. That is equal to mu value is 0.5 into N is nothing but mg. 2 into 9.8. M is equal to G value 9.8. So 0.5 into 1 into 9.8, 9.8 newtons. So 9.8 newtons is the frictional force. Here we have to calculate the net force. So 9.8 newtons is the frictional force acting opposite direction to the applied force. So net force is greater force minus smaller force, 20 minus 9.8. So net force is equal to 20 minus 9.8. That is equal to 10.2 newtons. By the formula F is equal to ma, we have to calculate acceleration. So A is equal to force by mass. Force net force is 10.2 by 2. That is equal to 5.1 meter per second square. In this problem, we have to calculate two values: acceleration and distance. So we got the acceleration. So finally, distance covered by the body is equal to u plus half a square. By applying this formula, u value initially the body is at rest. So u is 0, t is 5 plus half into a value 5.1 we got, t square is 5 square. So 5.1 into 5 square is 25 by 2. So if you do the calculations further, so finally we got the value is 63.75 meters. 63.75 meters. That is the answer. Clear? Thank you, Amma. So the topic friction is completed, and in the next class we will cover work, power and energy.